gentlemen, thanks very much for coming to this press conference after the Gimnish meeting. I'm very pleased to welcome the High Representative and the Taoiseach for this press conference. The High Representative will make the initial opening remarks and then we'll hand over to Taoiseach and then we'll take some questions. So, High Representative, please.
Thank you, Michael. Can I begin by thanking Eamon Gilmore and all of his staff so much for the wonderful hospitality that we've had here and the excellent organisation of this Gimnick meeting. Despite the weather, which, as I've pointed out to Eamon, I think I'm responsible for as I'm the bringer of rain, we've had an extremely productive 2 days. As you know, we began with a discussion on the terrible situation in Syria. And from the remarks that I put out yesterday, you will see how united the European Union is in the need to find a political solution to end the bloodshed in Syria and to support the people into the future they aspire to. We've reiterated very strongly our support for efforts by the international community, including the European Union, to achieve this. And we will carry on reaching out to all concerned to try and give new momentum to such a political solution. Of course, we're looking at how best we can increase assistance to the Syrian opposition groups, in particular through political and economic support, and we continue to put as much pressure as possible and to increase that pressure on the regime to participate in a meaningful political process, and as many have described it, in line with the Geneva communiqué. Everyone is aware that we have to review our sanctions package by June the 1st. So in the coming weeks, this will be an opportunity to examine all options to achieve the European Union goal. Following our discussions here in Dublin, I've asked for discussions to continue in all the relevant groups of the Council in Brussels over these coming weeks. You also know that we had a detailed and very constructive discussion on the European External Action Service review, which I am leading. We've been building on a number of different papers that I'm very grateful to Member States for circulating beforehand. And we were delighted to welcome Elmar Brok, the Chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee of the European Parliament, and Vice President of the Commission, Maros Šefčovič. Their contributions were extremely valuable in our discussions. I have to say that all interventions were extremely supportive of the work of the new service and the progress that has been made in the 2 years since it came into existence. Those supportive remarks were also echoed by the Parliament, whose draft report on the review was discussed in the committee on Thursday. Inevitably and rightly, we looked at a number of suggestions on how we can improve the effectiveness of the new service, looking at internal organisation, relations with other institutions, and cooperation on the ground between our delegations and Member State embassies. And based on all of the inputs I am receiving, I will produce a paper as foreseen by the decision we took when we set up the service in July. Thank you very much.